Wicked is one of the biggest fundraisers in the Broadway community.
I worked on Broadway for 25 years, Wicked being my last Broadway show before I moved down to Atlanta. Yeah, so I definitely know a lot about the show and a lot about, Broadway in general. But as far as Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS, the creation, I was literally there when Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS started. It was in 1987, we did our first, it was called the Easter Bonnet Competition, and all the Broadway shows got together and made Easter bonnets and put together these skits, and it was just about raising money and awareness for the Broadway community. And it was phenomenal. I mean, at that time, so many people were passing away. I remember my first Broadway show alone, gosh, it had to be 10 or 15 people in that show that died. I mean, it was insane.
In the beginning of the AIDS epidemic in the 1980s, no one actually knew what it was. It was just a terror. No one knew what was happening, and so the Broadway community got together to create a support system within and of itself.
I remember the community just being so rallied around this cause and everything. And then over the years, I raised a lot of money through shows that I was doing. We would do our annual fundraising, and then it's grown from there. So now we do Gypsy of the Year, we do Easter Bonnet Competition, we do Broadway Barks, we do Broadway Bears, we do, there's just so many different things now helping to raise money. And there are a lot of organizations across the country that actually, really benefit from this financially, from the money that's raised. And it's millions and millions of dollars that are raised. And now, the touring companies are also raising money. So it's not just the Broadway community, it's the touring companies. And sometimes touring companies can raise more money than a Broadway show.
One of my favorite things about the benefits are watching my other cast members perform and dance and do things that I don't typically get to see them do in Wicked. At Witches Night Off, we're able to offer some amazing live and silent auction items, including a chance to actually sit in the pit. So if you're a fan of music or Wicked music or Stephen Schwartz, you get to come to a live performance, an actual show of Wicked, and listen to all of the orchestrations and see all the instruments being played right in front of you. We also give a live auction that is a greenifying, so you can come backstage, you get to sit in Elphaba's dressing room, the Wicked Witch of the West, and watch her get painted green. And lastly, most exciting, we auction off a chance to be in Wicked. So you get to wear a Tony Award-winning costume, you get to have a mini rehearsal, you get a backstage tour, you get to watch the show from backstage where no one else gets to, and you get to be in the show 3 times.
Witches Night Off is really, it's kind of a celebration of the arts, It's a variety of different kinds of music. It really is an opportunity for the performers to let loose and do something that's different, not the same thing that they do 8 times a week, even though it's a phenomenal show, but you know what I mean? It gives them an opportunity to do that. And the impact that these benefits have had over the years, and again, I've watched this for almost 30 years, the amount of money, the difference that it's made in so many people's lives through Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS, through Phyllis Newman Women's Health Initiative, through so many different organizations that are reached through this fundraising. It's really, really important. It really is important to the arts. It's important to these organizations, and it's pretty phenomenal. What was really exciting for me is, Wicked was coming into town. I knew that. I know some of the people that are in the show, friends of mine from New York, and also some of the people that I worked with on Broadway that are now on the touring company. So they knew that I had opened a performing arts academy, so it just kind of this conversation happened, and they actually called me to find out about potential venues for a benefit. And so I said, well, actually, I have a few ideas, but wait, there's more. So I talked to them about my studio and everything like that. And for me, it's been really thrilling, because when I decided to come down to Atlanta and open a performing arts academy, one of the cornerstones of what I do is bringing in Broadway people and really teaching them about work ethic and about, just the reality of being in this business and what it takes to really be successful in it. So it's been really cathartic for me, because as these people came in and started working with my kids from the studio, a lot of what I preach to them, that they're like my kids. So it's just like my son, I say it, doesn't mean so much. A stranger says it, and it's like the holy word. So it's been cool to watch the Wicked cast members that have worked with my kids on their numbers and really giving it to them. I mean, just really nailing them, you know, forcing them to really work much harder than they normally would. So I get to turn to them and say, see, that's what I said before, then you didn't listen to me. But so it's been good for them. And it's exciting, you know, for these kids to be able to work with professional, you know, working actors.
We rehearse in between shows, sometimes in between numbers, and it's very rare. We do maybe 2 or 3 of them a year. And for all the Wicked fans out there, and I know there are millions of you out there, if you're interested in helping, you can go to BroadwayCares.org to make a direct donation, or if you're just interested in seeing Wicked, join us at wickedthemusical.com, but these one-night only charity cabarets are www.witchesnightoff.org.